it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Great ball if he can get there. Look at the space here. Has a goal! There it is!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more. Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Beckenbauer spots it and intercepts. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And now they can clear their lines. Quality ball. Now it's Mbappe. Costa Curta wins the duel this time. Scholes going full steam ahead down the left flank. Neymar. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Pullet short-changes him with that pass. And he's gone looking for safety. Beckenbauer gets across to intercept that. Check clears. Played back in. Cleared away. And we have our very first corner. Deftly away. France have the chance to go the other way. Oh, good ball. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Great hit! Loose ball now, and it's come back out to him. Danger averted for now. Conte. He's played him through. He's put a shape too much on that, and he's heaved it away, and he's quick to snatch it back. He has slightly undercooked that one.
That was just poor decision making and a weak execution.
That's really well manoeuvred. Caught offside that time. And the keeper's given it away. And he's Mbappe! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Passes short and sharp. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
France clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Aim forwards. And the half-time whistle goes. How would you review the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
And we're underway again.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back here!
He's got the shot away! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Mbappe! That's another chance. Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And they are pulling clear here. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. And here's Hullet. And that's been won straight back. Hullet showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And that's another good win of the ball. And the shot! Sticks it away! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
The attendance for this match was 71,000.
France put themselves a fighting, and the shot! It's in!
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
It's a pretty loose pass. France have scored 2 quick goals here and are well and truly back in business. Belletti gets it away. Oh, nicely intercepted. Costa Curta. And here's Cantona. David Villa. He's had a hit! It's a goal! Do not write them off! Back they come!
Come back and prepare.
And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before, and no doubt they'll work it again.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Van der Ven kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Out towards the flank. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, good-looking ball. Passing is crisp and sharp. Cantona! Goal! France! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how...
And the finish! He's got a goal!
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
France go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up. Something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Now it's Messi. He could be in here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
6 added minutes has been indicated.
No, that's been intercepted. Chouameni. Now Costa Curta.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done.
So that's it. It is all over. France have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback.
I'm afraid to tell you.
David Villa claiming the man of the match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, games at this level don't come too much bigger than this one. 90 minutes to decide whether they can take the big step up. The manager has challenged his players to deliver a statement, a warning shot to prospective opponents for next season. This is it. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. France cannot afford to slip up here. Terrific support, and they're going to need it all. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, this guy, Jamal Musiala, is one of the most talked about attacking talents. He can play centrally or he can play any of the wide positions. He's got the ability to turn quickly, got real pace in his game to engage defenders and go past them. And he just has this knack of using those assets to create space for himself in that final third.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Neymar. Goulet. He's picked his way through. Goulet! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? France yet to have an attempt on goal. Oh, easy pickings there. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. And he's managed to get rid. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, the movement is slick. He's had a hit! Goal, France! The goal for which they thirsted, the goal for which they craved. Now, full steam ahead to the ultimate prize. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Villa really
in with a header! Fair attempts, just the wrong outcome.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Van der Ven calmly anticipates.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
David Villa. Onana. Isaac.
France really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Musiala.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
And here's Messi. Half-time here. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room, and while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly there has been just one telling moment. It's still very tight here. The game still up for grabs, and the half-time score 1-0.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent, but I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
France head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. And we're already back up, and can he finish? It's loose, and the finish! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Bergkamp. Goulet is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Roberto Carlos gets it away. Goulet. And they're quick to get it back. pass is somewhat less than ideal.
That was just poor decision making and a weak execution.
He can get that clear. And they've got a throw. And it's managed to gift it back. Well timed, excellent interception. Goulet. Ball's out, it'll be a throw in again. And he's heaved it away. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Messi. Chouameni. Cantona has created one goal already. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And he thumps it clear. Just a quarter of an hour to play. And again, they run up against stubborn defending.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Cantona! France still ahead by the game's only goal. What a throw in. Tries to get it clear. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Now it's Neymar. Conte, and that is a little undercooked. Well read, and the danger is averted. And that will be the final act. France are going up, and now they can dream. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
France really...
France can dream again. The stands here definitely a place for the hopeful, and no doubt that hope is replicated at just about every major ground in the land. It is time for us all to come together and to believe. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. David Villa.
Well, as box office names go, Peter, David Beckham is right up there.
Oh, what has happened here? Real chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Villa is offering a wry smile there.
And we have our very first corner. And he's there to clear it. And back it goes. And he's let fly! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Looking for options for movement. Now it's Cristiano, and the finish! They've scored!
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
Number 7,
Costa Curta. Nicely intercepted. Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's intervened well there. And he's heaved it away.
France are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
That is a great ball. Messi. Oh, good-looking ball. Julie. Great defending, strong and determined. And he's quick to get it clear again. And it's Messi. Musiala.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
There's no flag.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh no, that was never going to make it.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Throw in. Messi. Cristiano Ronaldo. Van der Ven gets across to intercept that. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
And the first half is done. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room. And, well, there was a genuine flow about the game. Most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
France really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And claimed it back swift. Big chance! It's a goal! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe! Simplicity itself.
Yeah, the goal was really well worked. Look, the game is a constant search for space, and he found the pocket.
So that's 2 now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Alexander-Arnold. Can he latch on to this? Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Match was 72,300.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And it's Conte. Cantona. David Villa.
He's had a hit! Goal! Just one goal in it now. Game on! Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
We have got ourselves a game here.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
That's really well cleared. Just eases him off the ball. Oh, there's the clearance. Great ball if he can get there. Cantona!
It's in! France are back on level terms. The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
That was just poor decision making.
Has a goal! It's gone in, and it is an own goal.
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Substitution in progress.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Oh, easy pickings there. He steps in, and that's the end of that.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Julie! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Conte. David Villa. And that is as far as it goes. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal.
Okay, bro. code on the screen, bro. Join. Code on the screen, bro. What is your game name? Wow, good team.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special.
Hello,
The
Smile,
pride,
bro.
the passion,
Type in English. I
it
don't
adds to a
understand
massive sense of
language.
occasion. If you're just joining us, we are already on the way. Forwards and with intent. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
France clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Bastoni gets good distance on it. And it's Maradona. Pinches it off him. Danger averted for now.
Yeah, bro. Maybe in 3 minutes.
Tony Adams. Now there is a proper defender, Jim.
Well, not too many Englishmen can rival his leadership qualities, Peter.
Just had so many strengths. You could go on all day about him, couldn't you?
Well, the epitome of solidity, thanks to his winning mentality and ability to organise a back four. You don't argue with Tony Adams. You do what you're told.
Costa Curta. Julie.
Oh, really well played.
He's cut it out. That's going to go a long way.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up. Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement,
Hello,
but
bro.
to no avail.
Hello.
This
After
needs
a long
something
time.
explosive.
Yeah, sure. Please wait.
Roberto Carlos. Was looking wide. And he cuts out the supply. Oh, no joy this time. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Maradona. Oh, that's ambitious.
Nice one.
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Galatasaray with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And he's there to clear it. He's having a go! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And it's Roberto Carlos. Looks for the finish. Oh, good effort. He got plenty on that.
Darren Fletcher brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Neymar is sporting a guilty look after that.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Hello, my boy.
1 minute added time.
Chouameni. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively, as both teams walk off unscathed. A tight affair, 0-0 at the break. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, this has proved a very frustrating day so far, especially for the strikers. Nothing has been created for them. I think the service has been extremely poor.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time.
Hello, team. How are you? Welcome to the stream.
Substitution in progress.
Here we go again.
France really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point. Galatasaray have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Oh, that's well spotted. Serginho. And there's green grass ahead of it. Now the finish! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Chance to finish. Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
And he was quick to react. Chouameni. And it's Messi. Adams cuts it out. And he's managed to get rid. Now it's Roberto Carlos.
The attendance for this match was 70,987.
Haaland. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Cantona! Oh, split-second reaction.
Cantona is offering a wry smile there.
And he cuts out the supply. Serginho. Oh, that's a key interception. Has a look and has a go. Keeper is right behind it.
Galatasaray were again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening.
He's found a way through. Oh, good ball. And he's there to belt it away. Taken back almost at once.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
France clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
David Villa. Oh, sweet feet. That is a brilliant interception. He can get that clear. Chouameni. Interesting ball. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
The 90 minutes are up, 30 more to come.
Yeah, neither side has anything to show for some splendid effort, and they certainly aren't showing any signs of easing off, so we remain optimistic.
Please report to the
So all
staff
square,
room immediately.
we need a winner, and we will be back for extra time.
Substitution for France. Number 4, Cantona. Number 7,
Into extra time we go.
number 11, Neymar.
Costa Curta.
Number 10, Messi.
And it's Owen.
Number 37, Van de Ven. Coming on the field, number 9,
And
Owen.
they've got rid.
Number 23, Eto.
Conte.
Number 15,
Oh,
De
good
Bruyne.
spread.
Number 42, Musiala. Number 3, Adams.
Played back in. It's a good spell of possession, this. Great chance! Oh, it's in! Save the best for last!
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
France have fired themselves in front. Beckenbauer. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. And he's managed to get free. And that was very necessary. Half-time, extra time. Yeah, it is coming down to those last 15 minutes. A truly attritional affair that has reduced both teams to near standstill. The saying goes that it only takes a moment to make a difference in this game, but you have to pose the question, is there enough left in the collective tank of either team? And so the last chance to find a winner. This has been enthralling. So what do the last 15 minutes have left? Galatasaray have their second corner now. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now they can spring out of defence.
Yeah.
Played right into his path. Face to face. Can he put it away? It's in. And surely now the results beyond doubt. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
France are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Chouameni. Eto. Owen. Galatasaray can't breathe again. Just.
Added time.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability on...
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. It's a super show all round. Both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the other. Owen voted man of the match.
Hello, Pest Gaming bro. Where are you? If you are here, join here. Hello, Pest Gaming bro. Where are you? If you are here, join here. Join. I'll be right back. Join. I'll be right back. Okay. Hello, December bro. How are you? Let me finish this and we'll play. What causes miskick? Players are mostly like to miskick the ball if they try to kick while dribbling at a speed or a big for controlling. Okay, yeah, bro, you are too good. What happened? Efootball server. Yes.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. Well, we're on the way. Forwards and with intent. France disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. So Nilsson's getting a start here.
Well, it's hardly a surprise, Peter, when you consider just how much natural ability he has.
Great for us.
Yeah, and let's hope we get to see the best of this mercurial talent.
Wait, just a delight to watch, isn't he, when he's making those runs?
Yeah, and in this day and age where inverted wingers are the norm, he's someone who can hark back to the old days.
Great defending, strong and determined. Looking for the run. Looking for a corner.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Messi. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Caicedo.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Neymar is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Neymar. That's a bad place to challenge. What's he giving? No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. First chance from a dead ball situation. He'll fancy himself from here. Roberto Carlos! And it's Conte. Neymar. Conte. Now it's Neymar. And he's surging through. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Cantona, it's a good foot in there. Conte. And he was quick to react. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, just Neymar! Goal! Galatasaray! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So the first moment of real significance.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do. Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
That looks a good ball through. Kante finds himself offside. Oh, red, nice interception.
Neymar really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Quite squeezed that one through. We are into stoppage time. Cantona. Bit of a a communication breakdown there, it seems. And the whistle goes for half-time. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room, and well, there was a genuine flow about the game. Most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs, and the half-time score 1-0.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And we are already promptly back underway.
France really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Van de Ven is there, and he can get that clear. No, that was never going to make it. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Neymar plays it in. France still this single goal behind. Messi, and that has been clubbed away. And that is expertly dealt with.
The attendance for this match was 72,000.
Roberto Carlos. He's going to be disappointed with that. Your impression so far, Jim?
France are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Neymar, that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Neymar. Some really good ball movement. David Villa. David Villa! And one more try! It's there! There seemed no way back, but they are level. How very smart. He just got it right.
Well, I think the keeper has every reason to rip into that defence for allowing him to get into such a good position.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And they're quick to get it back. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. He's shifting through the gears here. Cantona!
Oh, bad luck.
France merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
And that is going out for a goal kick.
Substitution.
So there's going to be another change here. So a double change here, and both changes are offensive.
Well, it looks like he's playing his trump card. That'll inject a lot of energy up front.
Played right into his path. Can he finish? Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Cantona has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Shifted upfield. It's clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And he's intervened well there. Van de Ven promptly onto that, and that is that. Cantona.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
This does not look good. So nothing between them in 90 minutes, and we are in for extra time.
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that there's still plenty of energy about.
We'd like to inform you that
fitness and fatigue, the key factors now as we head for extra time.
Substitution for France. Number 4, Cantona. Number 7,
90 minutes gone and nothing between them still.
Neymar.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Number 37,
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
number 23, Eto. Number 15, De Bruyne. Number 42, Owen.
Eto shapes the shoot! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Van Dijk calmly anticipates, and that is a little undercooked. Owen was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Alvarez! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Eto, nicely intercepted. Extra time reaches half-time. Yeah, 90 minutes long gone, 15 of an extra 30 have also gone, and the search for a winner is still on. Truly, this is a punishing game on bodies and heads and minds. The outstanding question, the only question, is there still room for one last bit of drama? The hostilities have already resumed. This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it, and now for the final act.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Oh, good ball. And he's gone backward here. And he's had a hit. Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Stood up well to him there.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Oh, but he's had a hit. Oh, what a pass! And that may just do it.
Yeah, the pass was bang on, and he just had to ensure he didn't stray offside. The finish was actually bang on too.
23,
Yeah, bro. Too late, 21 minutes. It was a nice game with him. Okay, join bro here. DLS Somar bro, join. Kagan bro. Yeah, we will play after this match. Please wait. Okay, bro. Thank you for understanding. Wow. Epic cuts.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibel spared in this collective chorus. Big chance, David Villa!
Looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
You know, I'm not going to be hard on the goalkeeper because that moved all over the place on its journey.
So he's had a hit! Really well taken goal. 2-0 and in next to no time.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
France are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
He's going to be disappointed with that. David Villa. Oh, good read. Oh, he's onto this, and he's managed to get free. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. Fenerbahce with the corner. They're first. And that should get the job done. And it's skewed away, and he stands tall, impenetrable. Alexander-Arnold considers his options. He went for the curler. Tchouameni, Conte, well timed, excellent interception. Works it forward. Alonso, Rummenigge, shot. He's got the shot away! He scores!
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
We have got ourselves a game here.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
Messi, oh, that was vital. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Roberto Carlos. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press.
Rummenigge! Well, now it's a race for the ball. In he goes again! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. That is good alertness. That's a nicely measured pass. Big chance! It's a goal!
movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Look, this position ought to convince them to increase their lead. I think they should be really positive about this now, Peter.
He's a sharp little ball here. There's the whistle for half-time.
France are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
France are broadly in charge, but the contest is still alive at 3-1. And we are already promptly back underway. No changes at half-time that we're aware of. Ball played right into his path. And he's surging through. Rummenigge! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Rummenigge really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Alexander-Arnold standing over it. Big header! Costa Curta gets it clear. Cantona tries to clear. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a... Rummenigge! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
So, third corner of the game. Header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Alexander-Arnold gets across to intercept that. Davids. Now there's a fine ball. And that is expertly dealt with. Rummenigge gets flagged offside. Bastoni, a picture of focus and alertness.
The attendance for this match was 71.
No, he's not getting past him there. That's a shade optimistic. Rummenigge. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Roberto Carlos. Ball, and he might be in. Oh! It's in!
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Substitution in progress.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Fenerbahce get themselves back into contention.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could now well reward them with an equaliser.
Xavi Alonso, Odegaard. It's a good spell of possession, this.
Fenerbahce are definitely going about this the right way.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And he's heaved it away. And They're back on the ball again. Rudiger calmly anticipates. Xavi Alonso. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Firmly met. Rudiger clears. Cantona!
It's off target and by quite a way.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Added minute has been indicated.
Moore touches it back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Cantona does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Oh, and he's through the middle. Now it's Messi. And Messi! It's in!
Nice goal from
Two ahead,
Messi.
late in the day. Game over, surely. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Yeah, and it's...
And time is up. France can take all the spoils, and it is nothing less than what they are perfectly entitled to, following this splendid display of poise, potency, and proficiency.
Now with a quick
David Villa taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight.
Yeah, bro.
A very good evening to
Same
one
like
and all.
previous match. Let's play with together. I'll invite you. Thank you, bro. Well played. Nice.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. The action has already started. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Rodri cuts out the pass. And it's Roberto Carlos. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Messi! Decent enough try. And we have our very first corner. Up he goes! will be livid with himself.
Well, if you're looking for a match winner down there, Peter, we can't ignore Gabriel Batistuta, or Batigol,
And the shot! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
certainly made himself a big nuisance in applying the pressure to force the error.
Rodri. Nuno Mendes. And that could set him on his way. Great hit! David Villa is flagged offside. Koundé. So we're still where we started right now. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's cut it out. And he is slightly undercooked now. Great chance!
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Chouameni. And here's Cantona. Messi. Bergkamp. Nicked it back promptly. Looking for the run. Cantona. Oh, good. David Villa! And that is wildly off target.
France just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
Ruben Dias. And Mendes. Van Dijk. And it's Bergkamp. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Koundé. Ruben Dias. Koundé. That has been cut short.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Rodri. Look at the shot at goal! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
Cantona. That's very neat. He's gone for goal! They've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, and they really should have been made. And the first half is done. Well, perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively, as both teams walk off unscathed. A tight affair, 0-0 at the break. And we are up to the break.
France really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
France head to the dressing room, not yet having broken through. Has a goal! What a wonderful goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
Pumas have broken through. It's 1-0.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Beckham. Bergkamp. and
attendance for this match.
your impressions so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
Just eases him off the ball. Conte, and that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That has been knocked clear. David Villa. Koundé promptly onto that, and that is that. Ball is over the line. Amrabat. Oh, Red, nice interception. Messi. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Short changes him with that pass.
France really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Cantona, he is through here. He's had a hit. Sticks it away. And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Number 4, Cantona.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, extra time looms now, but that leveller creates great impetus, and they've got to fancy their chances of pinching victory from what looked like the jaws of defeat. They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And the pass is intercepted. Cantona! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
He's having a go. A real chance and a real let-off. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Nuno Mendes. And here's Bergkamp. And it's Beckham. Batistuta. Now the finish! Oh, what about that? Late in the day, this could well be it.
And how about the timing?
And that's that. A game of margins of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, the surprise for me was seeing a team look so feeble in what is usually a strongly protected area. But the centre of their...
So welcome one and all
Okay,
to
bro.
a picturesque evening here.
As
A
always,
clear night, all the ingredients
both
for
are
a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. As you can see, we've already started here. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's intervened well there.
The Dutch have a hero in every generation, and Dennis Bergkamp is no exception.
He is the man.
Yeah, and he's the pivotal presence, the link-up to all their play. Fantastic technique and vision, which gives him an edge and produces some absolutely brilliant goals.
Hi, bro.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Roberto Carlos has a look and plays it forward. Nice interception, well timed.
Villa really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Conte.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Koundé did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Beckham. That's a nicely measured pass.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Kimmich. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. He's through here. Shot could be on. Expertly cut out. Really nicely done. That has ended up in no man's land. And the shots! And another try! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
France with the corner, there first. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And it's Neymar. It's run loose, who's going to get there? Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, that's a key interception. Shifted it to the flank. And here's Neymar. He's had it taken off him. Now it's Mbappe. Messi. That is good alertness. Now that looks a decent ball. Van Dijk.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
He's got the shot away! And he's done it!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
France.
Okay, bro, no problem. Sometimes happens. Okay, bro, we'll play tomorrow. I'll push for division today. Okay, bro, we'll play tomorrow.
Well, it is a game which, in the grand scheme of things, may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. Just joining us, we are already underway. Nakata, played back in. Mbappe looks for the finish. Mbappe is magnificent.
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
So, a breakthrough already. Mbappe, Costa Curta kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Fiddles it through.
France really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions.
Has a goal! It's a goal! And they're at it again in double quick time.
France really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Barcelona are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way. Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Conte. David Villa. Cantona. Now it's Messi. Hakimi. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Messi. Hakimi. Now it's Nakata, and he's managed to get free. And that is masterful defending. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Cantona, he's picked his way. Decent hit! That is decidedly lacking.
France just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
France France are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Deftly away. Mbappe. Ball has bounced loose now. That's a good run down the left. Keeper's ball.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And we've reached half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Here we go again then.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Winning running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Mbappe. Back into the middle. There's the shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Barcelona with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Neymar. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Taken back almost at once. Now it's Luis Suarez. Neymar goes down, but nothing given. And it's Conte. Roberto Carlos. Neymar. And he's had a hit. That was superb goalkeeping.
Conte actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Tchouameni, that's a little off target. Gerrard. Neymar. He could be in here. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Oh, that's fabulous. Could be danger here. He's had a shot. He scored. The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring.
Well, this is a well-rehearsed drill. As soon as possession is regained, the commitment to attack is lethal.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 22.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. We have got ourselves a game here.
I think they've done...
Mbappe! And that is wildly off target.
It was very much worth a try, and I've seen worse. That should tee him up nicely for his next attempt at least.
It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to. France really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it. Yeah, it's safe to say that they just need to manage this to secure the win now.
Interception. His positioning was spot on.
Minutes has been indicated.
Adams. And Caicedo. And we're done. France were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways, but in the end they fell just short. Effort unrewarded. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence, and I'm afraid they were...
And so we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. That's a nicely measured pass. Engages and forces him off the ball. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Henrik Mkhitaryan. He's not the biggest, strongest or quickest, Peter, but what he lacks in physique, he certainly makes up for with a supreme footballing intelligence and great technique. He just seems to be able to see situations develop before anybody else, and he usually tends to pick the right option too.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. And he thumps it clear. Hernandez.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
And here's Ribery. Ribery will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Yildiz. Costa Curta cuts out the pass. Well, nicely intercepted. Evair. Hernandez does well to stand firm and defend it. And that's gone loose. Inter Milan have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. Inter Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Defending of the desperate variety. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. He's picked his way through. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And that's another throw. Bastoni. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Inter clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Ribery. Now it's Ribery. And the keeper's in command. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple
There's the whistle for half-time. Well, perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively, as both teams walk off unscathed. A tight affair, 0-0 at the break. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, this has proved a very frustrating day so far, especially for the strikers. Nothing has been created for them. I think the service has been extremely poor.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. There's the start of the second half.
Inter really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
What a throw in. Fofana. Fofana. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Ashlani. Evair. And it's Ribery. Ribery going full steam ahead down the left flank. And here's Batistuta. And a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
And he's managed to get rid.
The attendance for this match was 81,000.
And here's Batistuta. And Batistuta! Same again, same outcome.
Inter really putting a few chances together here. Taking one can only add to such good momentum now.
Pulisic.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Ribery. Ribery is fouled.
Substitution for Inter, number 5.
Inter Milan choosing to make the first change. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life.
Ribery. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And he's had it nicked away. Gendouzi, it's a mighty effort! Oh, should really have made more of that.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Ribery. He's looking to win it for them. Batistuta. This time, surely, in for the pieces. And he hits the net. That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal.
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, it's been their hard work that has got them this lead, but I just wonder whether they can keep it up. This may take a toll now.
Batistuta, the ball is loose and the chase is on.
Inter probably could have killed things off, but they should be okay here. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Deep into stoppage time. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. It's a throw-in.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
And that's it. Inter Milan bow out. Defeat sealing their fate. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, what can I say, Peter? It seemed like the enormity of the task.
Well, the opening day of any competition is special for everyone. A red letter day for everybody here, and those of you who have joined us for our live coverage. I hope everybody is comfortably strapped in for the ride. We're sure that this will be a feast of football, irresistible, emotional, a roller coaster for everyone involved. This place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. And as you can see, we've already started here. Goalkeeper's ball. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. David Villa, Jim, a little gem amongst strikers.
Yeah, and I think there are probably two things that set him apart, Peter. First, the ability to mould himself into any formation the team wants, often ploughing a lonely furrow up front. And second, having such a hugely impressive goal-scoring record, despite often being burdened with having to take free kicks and corners.
Put it all together, and you've got one of the finest strikers of his generation.
Exactly.
It's a good run down the right. So foul.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Solid defending, refused to be outmuscled. Roberto Carlos did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Roberto Carlos. Ball played for Conte. And it's Neymar. 15 minutes till half-time. And he's managed to get free. No way through, so great chance! Roberto Carlos goes short. Great skill, that's nice. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Safal. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Schick. Strokes it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Schick. He's onside. Has a shot. That's a decent clearance. A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. Well, perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively, as both teams walk off unscathed. A tight affair, 0-0 at the break. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
France have been playing relatively well from what I've witnessed. Good movement and the ball retention has been quite strong, and it's led to a few chances. It's just that cutting edge that's lacking at the moment, and it's fixable.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. Here we go again. So neither side has yet broken through. And he's played it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Messi. Oh, important interception. So what can they make of this? still waiting for a goal to report here. Kral. Safal. Kral. Quarter of an hour into the second half.
898.
And he can clear it away. And Safal. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defences, it seems, on top here.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet.
Van de Ven. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, he's had so much room to operate in. He's been running the show, but maybe the curtain's about to come down on him.
A corner it is then. Oh, smashing header! Decent enough try. Socek. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Chance! Really well taken goal. And that could well be the winner.
What a time to take the lead, but now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
Number 15.
Yeah, the pass was bang on, and he just had to ensure he didn't stray offside. The finish was actually bang on too.
So we have the first goal.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Nicely weighted ball.
The Czech Republic clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Socek. David Villa. Cantona. And he's got the beating of his man. Cantona! It's a goal! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Substitution.
The Czech Republic can now introduce the first of their substitutes. France grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Can he finish? Oh, it's in! And that may just do it! Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Number 7. David Villa. David Villa. David Villa.
France complete their comeback and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Kral. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Caught offside that time. And that will be it. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. David Villa taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.
Any litter in the bins provided.
So a dramatic game decided in its very last moments.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.